Hello, Panasonic DVD recorder to fix. If you hear some bumps and bangs over the next few minutes, it's not me blowing everything up. It is bonfire night, so there's all kinds of noises happening, but we'll carry on anyway. This is completely dead, not powering on, not doing anything, so I thought we'd take the lid off it and have a little play with this. There it is. You can see everything there. DVD RAM assembly, main board on the right hand side, and the power board right at the very back. Incidentally, this is going to be a quick video. It's not going to last. It's about 10 minutes. It has to be a quick video because I told the customer that I could fix it while he has a cup of coffee. And I didn't think he was bringing it in today. I meant a cup of coffee in 2 days' time. And then 5 minutes later, he's knocking on the door. Anyway, power supply. That's our issue. That's our little baby. You can probably see the problem. Probably. We have a capacitor issue here, so let's get it out. Oh, I hate these things. They always get stuck. You think there should be a little prize clip at the top, but it's not. It gets stuck in because of the heat. There we go. Got there eventually. Dusty. Dust everywhere. The great thing about these fans, they do keep the power supply units nice and cool, but they do blow a bit of dust in at the same time. So I'm going looking for a brush. Not for my hair. You'll never see me on camera. I'm just going to blow some of this dust away. I don't know why it's going everywhere else. I was halfway through a job, which is why the desk is terribly untidy. I wasn't supposed to be working on this today, but the guy turned up, so I said I'd have a go. I've done so many of these. Normally it's 3 or 4 capacitors, especially on the models that have got a built-in hard drive, but this is just a standard definition DVD recorder. Everything on the hard drive is everything on the main board, sorry, is okay. A little bit on the dusty side. Just going to get all the screws out. 3 screws from the board. And of course, before I forget, I almost did, the figure of 8 socket. Screw in the back there. Yeah, we've done so many of these. The ones with the hard drive usually have capacitors on the main board, which can be a bit of a pig to get to. And I mean a pig. You really have to take it to bits. But these little jobs are, as I call them little cup of coffee jobs. The difficult bit is this bit, just getting out the PCB. Or the PSU. Right. What a nice little clean. I should charge extra for this. It's actually nice that people still want these recorded. The guy admitted he doesn't use this machine to record. He just uses it to play. And he's recently bought a load of classic trains, vintage trains, steam trains. That's the word I was looking for. I'm just looking at the PSU here. And I've just noticed that, as well as that capacitor, sometimes there's 2 or 3 capacitors on the board. These capacitor jobs are so easy. But sometimes there's 2 or 3. So I've just noticed that there's one that doesn't look too good above the offending one. So I'm just gonna resolder one. This is not causing the problem, but it may cause the problem in a few months' time. And one thing you don't want is these jobs coming back. And this is one of the jobs that once it's been done once, it should last for years and years. The capacitor in question is a 22 micro... No, it's not. It's a 6.3 volt. It's a 1200 microfarad. That's it, not 22. 1200. And I shall be replacing, being the good boy that I am, like for like. If it seems I'm rushing a bit here, I suppose I am, because I told him to come back in 15 minutes. There's no guarantee. I mean, I'm 99.9% sure that this is going to fix it. Usually does. But the problem in this business and any other business, sometimes you get a bit cocky and you say, yeah, come back in 20 minutes, have a cup of coffee and I'll have it sorted. and then you put it back together and it doesn't work. I'm using solder braid here. Some people hate solder braid. I love it. I get a little satisfaction from cleaning it up. I'll get some alcohol in a second and clean the board up completely. And then I've got to go and find another capacitor. Just clean the board up first. Don't expect me to be doing too many videos, by the way. I'm not one of these that is going to be filming every single thing that I do. I've just bought some video editing software, so I thought I'd make a couple of videos just to see how it goes. I used to love video editing. Don't get the chance much these days, so I thought I'd do a couple. Then I'll probably get bored with it and stop. But if you have a Panasonic DVD recorder that's just died or won't come on correctly, probably locked in a self-check, it's quite a simple fix. Feel free to get in contact. Don't throw them away. So many people throw them. That's why I was saying earlier, this guy has done the right thing. He's asked for it to be repaired. It's not costing a fortune to be repaired. It's less than £30, I think, this will be, to get this done. Now, of course, some people will say, oh yeah, I can go down Asda and go down my supermarket and pick up a DVD player for about £20. You possibly can, but this is a Panasonic. It's a DVD recorder. It records to DVD R, -R, +R, and RAM. This is the new capacitor. Look at the difference in size. Look at the difference in size. It is exactly the same. 6.3 volts, 1200 microfarads. Now the board is nice and clean. We'll just stick it in. That capacitor wasn't oozing gunk, but it was just, well, I'll say it was just about to. It wasn't going to be doing anything else as it's not powering on. Right, soldering iron, and we'll get this sorted. Why? Oh, wrong soldering iron. Sorry, that's the one that's gone faulty. So I'm using this one for now. As I was saying, nice easy job to do if it works. There's always a chance I can put this back together. Let me just snip these off. That wasn't the PSU going bang, by the way. That was... sorry, I mentioned it earlier. It's bonfire night. You may be watching this video at Christmas time, but it was bonfire night when I recorded this. So there you go. Just having a quick look. It all seems fine. Nice and clean. Let's go and stick it back in. They're so accessible, these units. Some of the early DVD recorders, you had to unscrew the DVD RAM assembly. That had a protective plastic cover on it. Then you had to get the assembly out, then other screws, then the power board. But just 3 screws for the PCB on this. And the back screw, and we're away. This particular power supply unit is used in quite a few Panasonics. It's probably used in about 4 or 5 different models at the time. It's not terribly old, this machine. I mean, by today's technology standards, it's quite old because it's a standard definition machine. But, you know, it's DVD quality still. But it's not high definition or anything like that. Right, clips in, screws in, lever cable in. It's time to find a lead. I wasn't expecting this machine in, so I've got to go looking for a cable somewhere. Can never find one when you want one. Even though this machine, as I say, is kind of old tech, it is HDMI. It's not high definition, but it does have HDMI, so it's kind of upscaling a bit. The trouble is, if you're used to high definition and you start watching something standard definition, you think your eyes have gone. Ooh, my eyes went a bit silly then. Sorry, I'm just readjusting the main lights. When you've gone from high definition to standard definition, I remember screaming at the television once because my local news was standard definition. And I screamed at the television, "Put it in focus, will you?" Forgetting that I'd been watching high definition all day. Right, just putting the screw in for this socket. I don't want to put the figure of 8 lead in without this socket being in place. Now, all these electronics on show, for anyone that's getting worried, everything is plugged in. Anything that I'm working on, repairing, is always plugged into an isolation transformer, so I'm completely safe. You're probably not safe watching this, but I'm completely safe doing it. Right, plug in. Let's have a look. Switch it on. Are we going to get anything this time? Because we didn't last time. We are. Please wait. You can tell that this particular model has been well used, not just because of the capacitor, because the please wait logo is dimming a bit. It's burning out. Again, that wasn't the machine blowing up. It's a firework. Then it'll go to the clock. Once it's gone to the clock, I can just eject. I don't think that... Oh, there is a DVD in there. Customers left me a DVD. Paddington 2, that's a good film, I like that. Putting it back together, and because there's only 3 or 4 screws. And so within, what was that, 7-8 minutes? Oh no, it's longer than that, wasn't it? Yeah, about 9 minutes. And we got it sorted, and the customer can have it back. If I can help you with anything similar, do let me know.